Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at Near's protocol's Near coin. I will be going over its price prediction, some news and price analysis, and why it may do good or not do good in the future. After that we will have a Sei and we will have a Sui as well. So all of these three are layer 1 blockchains, and they are directly competing against Solana, Ethereum and others layer 1 solutions. So I think all of these three are pretty good one, so which is why I will be covering these in this video. You can, if you are only interested in Near, Sei or Sui price analysis and price prediction, you can actually just move to that section using the timestamps below. So looking at Near protocol or Near coin, this coin has actually seen a lot of growth recently, and if you look at its market cap, it's actually closing to 8 billion, and I think it will most likely overtake Polkadot, even Tron in the future, and could actually become the big cap around here somewhere in the future, because Near has a very big narrative, which is AI themed coin, and they were actually at the Nvidia GTC 2024 and they did have a pretty big appearance there. So this is, I think, their co-founder, and he is sitting with the Nvidia CEO, which is a big thing. So I think Near does have a pretty good future regarding the AI, and the AI does have a pretty good narrative in the crypto market, and I think that will impact the Near in the future. Beside that, they also had collaboration with Polygon Labs. Beside that, they also had collaboration with EigenLayer. EigenLayer is the biggest DeFi platform on the Ethereum. If you look here, it has over 15 billion TVL, and after that we have Liquid staking for the Lido, and Eigen is right behind that, so that is pretty big for them. So as far as the DeFi of the Near protocol is concerned, it has been actually growing slowly, as you can see, and that is pretty big, massive. And they also had a Liquid staking for the Linear protocol, which was a pretty big thing, and actually, as you can see, it has seen pretty good growth recently as well. So I think overall the Near does have a pretty good, seems to be going towards pretty good direction. And if you look at the Near protocol growth itself, as you can see, this is a unique accounts chart, and it has been growing rapidly, which is a pretty good thing for them. Beside that, we do have Near transactions as well, which has been going pretty good. As you can see, the volume overall has been pretty good. That means Near does burn the transaction fees, so that means most of the fees are actually burned. That Near is actually taken out of the market. So but you have to understand that Near does not have a max supply. It does so its supply does not have a limit like Ethereum, and it does have a pretty good staking rate. So if you are holding the Near for the long run, I think it is better to stake the Near and get most of it, or else you will be actually losing against the inflation, and the coin will most likely correct itself in the future. But I think staking is a pretty good option for this coin, and that is the best way to protect yourself if you are holding Near protocol or Near coin. As for the coin itself, this setup is from my previous video. You can actually check that out as well. So if you look here, it saw a pretty good breakout here, and it has been going up again. So I think we do have a pretty good resistance coming up around 8.3. If not, we do have pretty good resistance around $9. So if it does come back here, I think it will most likely come down again. So what we are aiming for this coin is to get into it in a long run. So the first entry was, of course, somewhere here around 5.6. so if you are in hurry and you want to enter in the market as soon as possible, I think the first entry for this coin as of now seems to be pretty good around here. So if you are able to enter around 6.2 to 5.9, I think that is a pretty good entry for this coin. After that, we do have a support around 5.6. after that, we have a support around 3.7, and I would like to actually enter below at these levels, but it will eventually come to this level if the BTC does crash. But as of now, it doesn't seems like that it is going to. And if the BTC does go at the up again, I think we will most likely see Near hitting $20 in the future, because if it does want to hit a $20, I think we need the market cap of around 20 billion, and that could actually hit if the market does go beyond 4 trillion, or even I think 3.5 trillion is a pretty big market cap for overall market cap. So if the BTC does go above 90k or even end up hitting 100k, I think NEAR is actually heading towards or even more than $20. So that is my price prediction for the NEAR, and I think it will end up happening if the BTC does go up. Looking at Sei or Sei Network, they do have a pretty big update coming up, which is called Sei Version 2, and I think which is going to be a pretty big for them. So it has been actually audited by Zelic, as you can see here. So I think once they do actually launch the version 2, the coin will most likely pump, and we may actually see it go over $1 or even potentially hitting its all-time high again and even going above that. So this blockchain is actually the fastest one as of now, even beating the Solana, which I think is a pretty massive thing for this coin. And they did have they are actually not stopping at the version 2, so they are actually, their mission is to scale EVM, so they are actually making it open source framework for maximally performant parallelized L2 chains. So they just introduced parallel stake, so they have a pretty big thing going on there. So they also we also saw a Benza, which is a pioneer in DeFi since 2017. They actually just came on the side as well, so which is a pretty big thing for them as well. So I think overall their ecosystem is growing, and they actually did launch an open letter to founders and pre-founders for their ecosystem blockchains, and they are actually actively doing and marketing their Sei blockchain itself, and they are also providing various grants for their ecosystem, and I think which is a pretty good thing. And I think they are slowly crawling their way up towards the top. So as of now it has a market cap of around 1.5 billion, but I think it can easily hit 5 to 6 billion market cap at the peak of the bull run, or even hitting 10 billion once we see a narrative of the fastest blockchain, and this one is the fastest one, even beating the Solana. So if you look at its DeFi is actually in the downtrend as of now, which is not that good, but I think it will actually go up once we see their version 2. And as for its price, as you can see, we are in the pretty good downtrend. So I think if we end up breaking this downtrend here, we are hitting or heading towards 90 cent, or even potentially the first target will be 64 cent. After that I think we have 68, and we do have 75 or 91, and at the last we have $1. So I think we first of all we need to break this downtrend, and after breaking this downtrend I think we will actually head to the higher levels. And beside that I think we do have a pretty good entry around here. So I think if you are able to get an entry around at this demand zone, that will be a pretty massive. Around 38 to 32 is a pretty good entry for this coin. If not, I think we do have a pretty good entry around at this point, which is 25 to 21 is a pretty good entry point for this coin. And this entry is going to be a bit riskier, but I think it is worth getting into for the maximum DCA around 49 to 43. Looking at Sui Network or Sui blockchain, I don't think that it is in a good position as of now. There is a reason behind that. I will discuss that later. So first of all, let's just look at its DeFi. Its DeFi is slowly growing again, so it did went down and it has started recover, which is a pretty good thing. So the problem with this coin as of now is that we have a very big cliff, which is worth over 1 billion, out of which we'll see 495 million tokens going towards Series A investors. After that, a Series B investor will get around 231 million, which is going to be big. And after that, early contributors will get around 109 million tokens, which is pretty big as well. So as you can see here, these tokens will be unlocked in June of 2025. So after a month, we'll see a lot of sell pressure coming in for the Sui. So what I think is that if the market is going up, so let's just say that market is in the upward direction, so I think the coin will most likely pump, because those investors would actually want to sell at the peak rather than at the bottom. So I think they'll wait for the coin to recover. Once it does make a good recovery, they will start selling their tokens, and I think we may even end up hitting around 57 cent or 50 cent. If not, I think we will be actually able to hit 41 cent or 36 cent, and I think these are the two pretty good entries. So the Sui itself does have a pretty good demand by looking at its market cap, and I think this does have potential, but the problem is that the investors are getting a lot of tokens, so we may see a sell pressure coming up from these investors. Of course, they won't be selling their all of the tokens, because I think most of them will be sticking with Sui for the long time, so they will most like probably sell some of the token, but that sell pressure will actually dump the price, and I think we are looking at 57 cent or 50 cent, or even 41 to 36 cent is a pretty good entry point for this coin. And I think if you are able to get those entries, it will be a pretty good profit in the long run. So this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.